talking, that's double E. Cause I need your eyes on me. Cause once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP. Can I make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly. I've been hooping like a hoolie, keep it coolie before I stuff you in a locker like a bully. Like a bully in the work, you can see my fingernail dirt. I'm the last one to leave, even when I come first. Yeah, you might want it bad, but I'm sure I want it worse. I'ma do it cause I love it, I'ma love it till it hurts. What's the worst that can happen, Captain? I'm strapped in, no I'm not crazy, I'm just tapped in. Hungry like I'm fasting, I'm about that action, no slacking. Well, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, cause here come the pain. No one to call up for help, no one to blame but yourself. You should've known better, however you did it, so we had to come ring your bell. Like I need a ward, wait until I score, make it rain till it pour. I'm a dog on fours, put in work like a chore till I'm underneath the floor, in the trenches like a war. If they wanna give them more, when I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touch down, touchdown, touchdown. 4th down, 4 yards, put it all on the line. I am not worried cause it is our time. I hear the crowd in the background, man, they just wanna see me shine. For the hell of it, it's irrelevant. You lacking the intelligence to make it make sense. We gon' manifest whatever we came to get. That's a little money and a trophy and nothing they gon' respect. We don't care who the best, we don't worry who was next. We gon' put them boys to rest like a temper feet of bed. I'm ahead of the rest like I came without a net. They gon' say it under breath, I'ma say it with my chest. I got it wrapped like a toga, put the whole team on my shoulders. Hold up, wake these boys up, call me Folger, soldier. Flow feeling colder, some call it polar. You don't wanna box me, I'm feeling cocky. Hair stocky, leave him floppy, face naughty. Talking all aki, think he big poppy, then I'll chop him down like karate. I see none of you here can stop me. It's obvious, you too sloppy, cheap copy. I'm Rocky, leave it.
Well, this building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Detroit Lions and the Washington Commanders. Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from FedEx Field. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Swift. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the 31, Lance. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go.
10 cycles. Trouble, 38.
Lance now on first down. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Play action. Now it's Lance. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
Here's a quick throw out wide by Lance, complete. Touchdown, Washington. Donovan Peoples-Jones. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Commanders are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, hauled in by Sharp. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll try and run for this with Evans. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, they just watched the other team take the ball downfield and score, so they knew that this drive, this opening drive, was on them. And, boy, that was important to pick up that first down there and keep this one going.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On 2nd down, Evans looking for space. They find some open field here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, Next Gen Stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And he starts his new year off on the right foot as well, as this kick is good. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Off of play action, here's Lance. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they get another shot here with a 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. They'll drop the throw. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, there was 2nd and long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on 3rd down. Now back to throw. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st and 10, it's Evans. And some space here. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 81 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Inside handoff down to Fournette. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They're going to look to throw. They'll find Williams on the slant. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Evans. But he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
2nd and 5. And in for the Lions. Touchdown. Jameson Williams. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Lions are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
6, 7, strike 2. Go red. Steal. Check steal.
The Lance going to throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. And sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend as they have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. And right now we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all, but right now, Both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
But he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2 is not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
Fitu Melifonwu up to make the tackle there.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
Second and 6.
Got St. Brown running the quick slant here. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 47. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Barnett trying to run inside, but nothing there. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play. Holding them to no gain.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Open man is the tight end Troutman.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
To throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3 and not giving up 6.
Badgley's kick is good.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Shotgun now for Lance.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
On 2nd and 10, Lance. That one complete out to Dotson.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
17.
Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts
as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance.
There goes a deep ball, end zone.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 20. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Lions. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Washington.
Jahan Dotson
in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. From just inside the 20, a short kick.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half. But when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there are going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Complete to Likely.
A gain of 9 there. Sets up 2nd and goal.
A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. If you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
Robinson is in. Touchdown, Washington.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
An extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it.
And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, We see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, a give to Evans. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
A pass underneath for Fournette. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
And if we go back to the last series, remember, their coverage allowed them to get a turnover in the last drive, a takeaway, and that helped contribute to a sack on this one. I think maybe this quarterback's a little bit hesitant. Last time he turned it over, now he sees his zone coverage, a little bit slow to get rid of the football.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 25-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Evans has it left side.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Badgley able to punch this one through, and that'll get the deficit down to 15.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Yeah, still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the break, aren't they?
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And some room to run now. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's second down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And Lance again going to keep it on the option to give to Swift here.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Another 6-yard carry, same as last play. First down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down.
Lance now to throw. And he finds McLaurin. He's going to have the first down and then some.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. 10 more there and another first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal.
Swift fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Lance, a quick throw out wide, complete. Touchdown, Washington. Donovan Peoples-Jones with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Commanders are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They'll look to throw here.
That's complete to Troutman, right side.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 more yards there and another first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Offense on third down today. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
On the draw, it's Evans. 101 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion.
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking right sideline. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown.
Darrynton Evans with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as head play backfires in a big way. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things that...
Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose.
And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, but they've been mistake-free to this point and finally cough it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that, going back and watching tape and being able to say we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Lions take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
And no thought of a return here for Hines. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've got the 2-score lead. Look, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the fourth, they got to be careful.
They definitely do, because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time.
And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. From the 30 on second down, Lance. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Lance going to try and throw on third down here. On target to his man, Likely. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. Fourth down. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They'll run right here with Swift. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Throwing his Lance on third down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on third down. From the gun, it's a run by Evans. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30.
And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They'll look to throw here on first down.
Right side to Williams. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
I remember throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. The CD always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. We know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Commanders, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And they'll have another home date next week as the Cincinnati Bengals come to town. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try to make amends next week as they...
Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Finger on victory, straight out the huddle. I met the plug, introduced to my brother. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. What you waiting for? Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Tell the chauffeur to open Mercedes door. Put the pedal to metal and made it soar. She was, but I made it sure it was. So we stayed indoors. Let's take it where no one has been before. It feel like I've known you some years before, but I don't know. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a Magnum Opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. Mama, I'm on the big screen. I took a big swing out of life. I'm doing big things in my life. I deserve 6 rings like I'm Mike. I've got a no sleep. I remember when it was the nosebleeds. Now they captured the fashion from flow seats. I'm a whole king. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. She's a Lotus and I'm the conductor of a Magnum Opus. Simply braggadocious. Why don't we take advantage of this moment? And wherever you own, we own it. Ooh, it's trouble in paradise. So let's parachute where the air's nice. And let's risk it all on the paradise. But she just wanna make sure her hair's nice. That's fair, right? I just fell in love with a prima donna. The 2023 Madonna. I mean, your honor, I was minding my business until she gave me complete nirvana. Are you ready? Okay, say no more. Nobody really cares. Nobody really cares.
It's another one. We got another one. It's her. Who that? Big baby slide through in that drop top. Something by Benz looking cute. That's honest. Her and her friends, big blinks and snatch waist. Yeah, she brought the. Ain't no way somebody daddy ain't gon' give her the spins with her ends. Cause yeah, she did it. She did it again. A few more tracks and this time she bought friends. Big baby on her way up and showed the stairs to a man's. Now salute the general. TGLX got plans, yeah. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
They don't know what they in for. If we coming like this on the intro, what they here for? If they want the heat, you know who to send for your info. Buy my money like Venmo. If this music don't work out, I know how to get it from my ends low. How you feel though? Cause hey, they can't rock with us. Galaxy ain't no stopping us. They ain't trying to steal my style. I'm feeling like I just shop it. Can't trust them cause they not my. Cause we worried about getting figures. All my ain't father figures, just know my quick to pop it.
Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro.
Yeah. You're in the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding it like we knew it all. Not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, to look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't give about a hater. Let them like the in my paper.
They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbillies. Cubone stallion with the lick. Really became a boss many years back. When I'm gone, can be pull your tears back. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. They take the tails when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Let's turn it up, a little louder, turn it up. A little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down, universal sound. When we move the pound, take a look around. When we touch the town, not the way, stomping in my big black J's. Corny, get stuck in the maze. We never suffer fools, had enough of you. False friends and loose ends make me wanna fool. That we got another world tour, touching every shore.